Reggie Miller was never supposed to be the king of Indiana. He wasn't the hometown favorite, nor did he fit the mold of a typical Indiana basketball hero. In a state where basketball is almost a religion, expectations for new players are sky high, and Reggie's arrival was met with more skepticism than excitement. On draft night in 1987, Pacers fans wanted local hero Steve Alford, not a skinny kid from California with an odd jump shot. Alford was the golden boy, a legend at Indiana University, and fans believed he was destined to lead their team. Instead, the Pacers took a chance on Reggie, a decision that left the crowd stunned and disappointed. The boos echoed through Market Square Arena, a tough welcome for Reggie. The message was clear: he had to earn their respect, and it wouldn't come easy. Every missed shot, every turnover, the crowd let him know he wasn't their choice. But he used that doubt as fuel, determined to prove everyone wrong. Instead of shrinking under the pressure, Reggie embraced the challenge, letting every jeer and criticism push him to work harder. His confidence was forged in backyard battles with his sister Cheryl, a basketball legend herself. Those fierce games taught him resilience, creativity, and the value of never backing down, no matter the odds. Reggie's work ethic was relentless, hours in the gym, perfecting his shot, running off screens until exhaustion. He studied the game, learning how to outsmart defenders and make the most of his unique skills. Every day, he pushed himself to be better than the day before. He wasn't just trying to make the team, he wanted to become its heart and soul. Reggie set the tone in the locker room and on the court, inspiring his teammates with his passion and drive. Slowly, game by game, he won over the city. His clutch performances and fearless attitude began to turn doubters into believers, and the cheers started to drown out the boos. The fans who once booed him saw his passion and effort. They recognized a player who gave everything for the team, who played with heart and left it all on the floor. He played for the pride of Indiana, not just a paycheck. Reggie embraced the community, connecting with fans and representing the spirit of the state both on and off the court. Reggie became one of them, a symbol of grit and resilience. He embodied the underdog mentality, showing that greatness can come from the most unexpected places. The skinny kid from California was now laying the foundation for a legacy that would define Pacers basketball. His journey was just beginning, but already he was changing the story of Indiana hoops. He was ready to carve his own path in a place that initially didn't want him. Against all odds, Reggie Miller was becoming the unlikely king of Indiana. Reggie Miller's rise was all about determination. From the very beginning, he was driven by a relentless work ethic and a desire to prove his doubters wrong. Every early morning in the gym, every extra shot after practice, was a step toward greatness. Early on, he wasn't the main option, often overshadowed by bigger names and more celebrated prospects. But Reggie never let that discourage him. Instead, he used it as fuel, quietly sharpening his skills and waiting for his moment to shine. His off-ball movement and lightning-quick release made him a nightmare to guard. Defenders struggled to keep up as he darted around screens, always finding just enough space to get his shot off. He became one of the league's most dangerous three-point threats, changing games with a single shot. With every clutch basket, he built a reputation as a player who could turn the tide in an instant. In an era of dominant big men, Reggie proved a perimeter player could lead a franchise. He challenged the status quo, showing that heart and skill could outshine size and strength. His swagger and clutch play gave the Pacers a new identity: tough, resilient, and never out of a fight. He inspired his teammates to believe, no matter the odds or the opponent. The boos of draft night faded, replaced by thunderous cheers. The same fans who once doubted him now celebrated every shot, every victory, every moment of brilliance. Indiana embraced him as their warrior, their underdog hero. He became the face of the franchise, a symbol of hope and pride for the city. He put the Pacers on the map, making them a team to fear. Opponents knew that as long as Reggie was on the floor, no lead was ever safe. Reggie's journey from outcast to icon was complete. His name became synonymous with Pacers basketball, and his legacy was cemented in the annals of NBA history. He molded the franchise in his image, gritty, defiant, and always ready for battle. Every game he set the tone with his intensity and passion. The city found its star, and Reggie found his home. Together they built something unforgettable, a bond that would last for generations. And he was just getting started, ready to write the next chapter in his legendary career. Every great player has a signature moment. Reggie's was Miller time. In the fourth quarter, with the game on the line, everyone knew where the ball was going. He thrived under pressure, embracing the moments that made others crumble. Defenses threw everything at him, but he always found a way to get his shot. His teammates set screens, delivered passes, everyone played their part. Reggie wanted the ball, craved the responsibility, and delivered time after time. Miller time became a league-wide warning: no lead was safe. The arena buzzed with anticipation. How would Reggie do it this time? He turned clutch moments into legend, giving Pacers fans hope until the final buzzer. As long as number 31 was on the floor, Indiana always had a chance. For the New York Knicks and their passionate fans, Reggie Miller was the ultimate villain. The Pacers-Knicks rivalry of the 90s was fierce, physical, emotional, and deeply personal for everyone involved. Reggie thrived in Madison Square Garden, feeding off the hostile energy from the crowd every single night. His duels with John Starks and sideline battles with Spike Lee became truly iconic moments in NBA history. He taunted the crowd, made the infamous choke gesture, and broke New York's spirit with clutch performances. The rivalry defined an era, cementing Reggie as one of the game's toughest and most relentless competitors. In the Garden, he was the villain they loved to hate, and the player who broke their hearts forever. Nothing defines Reggie Miller's career more than his legendary 8 points in 9 seconds against the New York Knicks in 1995. It's a moment that has become synonymous with clutch basketball, a sequence that still echoes through NBA history. With just 18.7 seconds left on the clock, the Indiana Pacers were down by 6 points. The Knicks and their fans at Madison Square Garden were already celebrating, convinced the game was over. The Pacers bench looked defeated, their playoff hopes slipping away. But then, Reggie Miller took over. He drilled a quick three-pointer, then in a flash, stole the inbounds pass and stepped back for another three. The crowd was stunned. As the Knicks scrambled, Miller was fouled and calmly knocked down 2 free throws, completing an almost impossible turnaround. In just 9 seconds, Reggie erased the deficit and left the entire Madison Square Garden crowd in absolute disbelief. The energy in the arena shifted from confident celebration to utter shock. The Knicks were left stunned, unable to comprehend what had just happened. The Pacers, once on the brink of defeat, erupted in celebration, having stolen a win that seemed impossible only moments before. That sequence instantly became the ultimate Miller-time moment. Clutch, fearless, and unforgettable. It was a showcase of Reggie's confidence and his ability to thrive under the brightest lights. It was more than just a comeback, it was pure basketball magic, a testament to the power of belief and the unpredictability of sports. Reggie's relentless will to win overcame impossible odds. His focus and determination in those final seconds became the stuff of legend. The legend of 8 points in 9 seconds lives on as one of the greatest moments in NBA history, replayed endlessly in highlight reels and remembered by fans everywhere. It cemented Reggie's status as the ultimate Knicks nemesis and one of the most clutch performers the league has ever seen. For Pacers fans, it was pure euphoria, a moment of joy and pride that would be talked about for generations. For Reggie Miller, it was the moment that defined his legacy, forever etching his name among basketball's all-time greats. Reggie was the star, but the Pacers' success was built on teamwork. Donnie Walsh built a roster of tough, defensive-minded players who shared Reggie's fire. Rick Smits anchored the paint, while Dale and Antonio Davis brought grit and muscle. Mark Jackson ran the offense, setting up Reggie for his biggest moments. The team's chemistry was undeniable. They played for each other, not just for stats. Coach Larry Brown instilled a defensive mentality that made them a playoff force. Their brotherhood peaked with a trip to the NBA Finals in 2000 under Larry Bird. New faces joined, but the core values remained: resilience, unity, and heart. The Pacers' strength was their bond, a reflection of their leader. Together, they gave Indiana a team to believe in. Reggie Miller spent his entire 18-year career with the Pacers, a rare loyalty in modern sports. He could have left for bigger markets, but he stayed true to Indiana. By retirement, he led the franchise in points, assists, and steals, and took them to the playoffs 15 times. Though a championship eluded him, he gave the city a team to be proud of. His number 31 was retired, and he entered the Hall of Fame. His final home game was a standing ovation, a city's gratitude for 2 decades of heart and hustle. Reggie arrived to booze but left as a legend. His legacy is resilience, loyalty, and giving Indiana basketball its soul. More than a Hall of Famer, he was the heart of the Pacers. Reggie Miller's spirit will forever be woven into the fabric of Indianapolis. Like, share, and subscribe.